എല്ലാവർക്കും എൻ്റെ നമസ്കാരം. Last time I did a video on powerful habit, and then I made a very small morning talk, and a few of them have commented and saying that of course we would like to hear more from those two things. So there were two things that I discussed in the previous video. One was about 5 a.m. club, how waking up early can actually change your life. Second one was a very interesting tool called as bullet journaling. Rather than just scribbling out what you want to do on a daily basis, how you can organize it and put it in a structured manner. And I have come to one full month end of this habit of bullet journaling. So today I'm preparing a bullet journal for my August month. So I thought, why not share it with you and walk you through the process of bullet journaling if anyone wants to start. It's a very powerful tool, and I draw from one of the wordings of my senior. He always used to say that one can achieve only what he can measure, and I personally believe that for all of us, time is the asset that we have, and we all thrive to make best use of our time available to provide us satisfaction, to provide us some meanings to the activities that we do. And it is very important that we record it in an organized manner, so that we can actually take inputs from whatever we have done in the past and then look forward to improve on a daily basis. So being a better person than yesterday is the goal that we all have. So if you cherish on this, I think I have some good habits to show you, and it worked for me for the last 1 month. I did not do every task that I have journaled, but having a journal has made my brain less cluttered. There are a lot of thoughts, a lot of ideas. I could actually write it down, and then I have so much of ideas out of my mind, so that I get fresh ideas in my mind on a daily basis. So let's go ahead and then see what are the tools that we have and how we can organize a bullet journal. And most of this has been improvised by me from the very basic founder. So you can also improvise and make it customized based on your preferences. Let's go ahead. What are the things that you require? Of course, you require a scale, and you require a pencil, and you require a few pens. If you want to make it really colorful, you can use different types of pen. And you require either a notebook, or you can use something like a proper diary, which would look very nice on eyes, which you can use. But you can do it in any piece of notebook. It does not mean that you can do it only in a glamorous diary that you like. You can do it in anywhere. Now let's look at what are the basic aspect of bullet journaling. And most of the things that I'm going to express in this particular video are taken from Bullet Journaling Method book, which is written by Ryder Carroll, and the title itself says Bullet Journaling Method: Track the past, order the present, and design the future. Very interesting book. If you want, you can go ahead and then read that to get better idea on bullet journaling, or you can watch a lot of YouTube videos like I did. So in bullet journaling, there are few symbols that we commonly use to represent certain key aspects of it. A dot represent a task. You cross it when it is completed, and you put an arrow mark if it's migrated to the next day. And a dash is being used to tell there is something to note. And now when a task is irrelevant or cancelled, you strike it off. And a star is being marked behind the task, or a star can be used to show priority on a task. Now let's go ahead and then make our bullet journal for the month of August. Definitely when you start bullet journaling, you will basically put the entire year at a glance. You can see that I've put down the entire calendar of the entire 2020 left out. So if you have any birthdays to remember, any major date to remember, you can actually put it down here. Now let's directly jump on to, once we do year at a glance, it is the time we do month at a glance. So you can see here I have my month at a glance, which is my August 2020. If you want, you can make it colorful like this. So I have prepared a calendar for the entire month of August, starting from 1st of August till 31st. So if you have any special task that you have, or any dates to remember, you have to go from the year at a glance and then rewrite here. So any birthdays to remember, any meetings to remember. Say for example, I do have my classes that's happening for the entire day on Monday. So I will write, okay, I do have CA inter or final classes full day happening here. So I will have to be available on my studio to do that particular classes, is my a reminder that I'm putting through this. So once you fill out the day, it's a bit of a tiring job to make boxes like you used to do in schools. So once you do that, you will have to go to my favorite segment, which I have copied from one of the YouTuber, which is start of the month essentials. I'm actually someone who keeps a lot of clutters on my head, so I basically use this particular segment to make a lot of statement about myself. How am I feeling emotionally, spiritually? How am I feeling physically? Like if you're someone who works out, or if you had some kind of an injury, how it is progressing off. And if you're someone who trying to grow a beard, or maybe someone who's trying to build muscles, and how is your workout routine is doing to you. And then you write financially, how have you grown or increased, or you just make a check at the beginning of the month. This is my favorite segment, one of my another favorite segment that I have. This is called brain dump, because on a daily basis, now that we are on lockdown and we think a lot, we do have a lot of ideas that comes into our brain, and most of the time we don't write it down, so that it just comes in and then goes away. So what I do is that as and when I get an idea, I have segmented it three separate segments that I personally focus on. One is my classes, another one is my CA firm, LGs and co, and anything personal that I want to do with respect to hobby, or maybe being a good plant, I'm into plants these days, or maybe cutting the glasses that you have seen in my stories some days back, or maybe painting a few paintings, or it could be something. So any ideas that I get on a daily basis, I just put it in here so that it is organized and I can go and visit it. And this gives you an overall idea about the tracker. So you basically divide your month and then track it down. And say for example, I have said, okay, I've rewritten the calendar for each of my aspects, be it my classes, how many days I have done my classes. So the moment I have done any of the classes, what I basically do is that I go and then I say, okay, Monday I have done my classes, so I'll just shade it out with yellow. That's what I do. So by end of the month, you would know exactly how you have spent your month. Like maybe recording of classes and my office work, whether I did workout or did I meditate, did I take a day off from screen and then went on Zen mode, did I do paint or do something which is relating to my hobby. Then you put out a segment called as gratitude section. In this particular section, I make a lot of statement about things that I'm really grateful for. Like I'm really happy and I'm grateful for having a wonderful family to support. I'm grateful to have friends. All these kind of statement. I mean, I love my maybe chair, and love my phone, or whatever grateful sentences that you can make, which will make you positive. You can put it on this segment. And this is something that I have improvised on from the previous month bullet journal that I did. I put a segment called as goal section. So what does that goal section mean? I majorly put out a summary of what happened in July. So what are the major takeaways that I have from July, and what are the carry forward work I have, because I have a lot of work which I could not finish in July, which I'll put it as the next month work, and also keep new targets for the month of August. Now once this is done, we move to the bullet journal. Okay, this is how we start the week. So this is my weekly journal. So I'm starting from 3rd of August, which is Monday, and you have to basically put 6 columns in one page, and then put out what are the tasks that you wanted to do. So basically you can see that I have put out already 1, 2, 3, because most of the days what happens is that when you have so many things to do and you start marking down, you have to make a call, etc., you tend to leave out what is the most important task that you have. So I am putting 1, 2, 3 most important tasks. Also I'm making a check on the few things that I wanted to do, like morning meditation, and then maybe evening workouts, maybe reading a book, and how much time I spend on my screen per daily basis. I'm just trying to note down here, and that's how every day. And here whatever task that you wanted to have, you put here additionally as a task. So you put it as on a dot, or if you have a note, you put it like this. And if it's completed, you put a cross against it. If it is carry forwarded, you write it, and at the end of the day you just carry forward it, so that you can write it for the next day as a task. So this is what you basically do. If it's a very important task, you will put a star on it, but I'm already putting 1, 2, 3 for the very important task of mine. Okay, so this is how you track it, and daily basis you finish a week. And once the week is over, basically I come down to another segment which I improvised from the previous one. I write notes here, which are like the summary or things that I wanted to keep it in the journal, whatever happened. So I put the date here, and then once the day is over, I put my major thoughts and major things that I've done for the day, which I would like to remember. Then it's my another favorite segment, weekly clutter removal. So a lot of things that will happen for the week, and I don't want to carry a lot of thoughts in my memory. So I just write how was my last week, and what are the major milestones that I've achieved, and what are the goals for the next week. So this gives me an overall idea. And I'll quickly show you one of my completed journals so that you understand how it looks. So you can see there are a lot of classes and a lot of meetings that I've marked in the month of July, and a lot of statements that I have written, and a lot of brain dump checking I have done. And you look at my tracker, I've done so much of work on office and meditation days, fitness days, then recording days, classes days, and all that has been marked here. And you can see how the different days have gone. So a few things that I have finished, a few things I have carried forward to next, and few things that I've done. So this is how I make my bullet journal, and it's been really helpful for me. Hopefully you will also make sure that if you are having some free time and you wanted to try, who knows, it might actually could create a very good habit for you. Thank you for watching, and I'm going to make another video on summary of how to wake up early, and then what are the things that you can do to elevate things. Thank you for watching once again. Bye bye.